quick update. Dante Hall is cleared to go through some um, contact in our practice today. What we've done with him, just from a precautionary standpoint, we haven't allowed him recently to participate in the contact part of practice, but he's been released to participate in some part of the contact part of practice today, and we're hoping that that's going to help him with some of his timing and some of his movements offensively and defensively, if he can get some reps in practice today. But he should be good to go for the game on tomorrow. Quick update on Colin. We're continuing to evaluate him daily in terms of what he can and can't do. So we'll evaluate him again at practice today and see what he can and cannot do, and we'll make a decision on his status tomorrow, right before the game. The main thing is we've been doing a good job of having the next man up, and there are some positives with our team, and I know it was a Colin question, but there are some positives with our team. I thought we offensive rebounded the ball better. I thought we were in better positioning offensively and defensively, even if it was for 16 minutes of the game. And, you know, the next guy up has been doing the job for us. Not perfectly, but they've been hustling and playing with a lot of passion. But you know, back to Colin, you know, once he's healthy, he'll play. And he's as of this moment, he's not healthy enough to play. Yeah, I just think we're just asking our team for more discipline, more energy, and the key word is team, not one individual. Um, you know, in our last game, you know, 18 minutes, really good basketball. Good teams on the NCAA level and tournament type teams, they play 32 minutes a game. So we just need that next level of maturity and shot selection and discipline and technique and all of those things that make you successful, ball security. And instead of having maybe Braxton step up and have a big game one game, or Dejan have a big game, you know, it'd be nice if everybody can play at a high efficient level all at the same time. If we do that, then we take that next step, that next jump. And I just think there's another level or two for us to go to before we reach our maximum potential, and we're just not there yet. We're a little bit deeper, I think, in terms of talent, but talent shows up when the talent does their job. If you're a three-point shooter, it's not just about taking threes, it's making threes. If you're a rebounder, rebound. If you're supposed to set a screen and you're talented enough to set a screen as a big guy and run the floor, set screen, seal. So I think, yes, we have some talent. Obviously, the talent is not as experienced, but they have some abilities that'll make you, you know, shake your head sometime. But I just think I'm trying to teach more. It requires more patience on my part so that the message is crystal clear. And like I told them, I'm not trying to be right. I just need them to respond to what we're teaching. And if they do that with their talent, then we'll have a chance to be a really good basketball team. And maybe sometime, Tony, in the future, we could be on the road. And we're going to have to be efficient and take care of the ball and have great spacing so that if we play well on offense, we can get our defense set. Because if we don't get our defense set and they're out there launching wide open threes, then we'll be in trouble. Yeah, and I just think it's not even that game. I think it all started in our last game because he rebounded better, and it carried over into the last game. He was able to make that first three from the left corner, which gave him a lot of confidence. So, you know, I think he's not taking anything for granted. He understands that this game can be taken away. You look at what's happening with the Air Force Academy, all of those kids not able to play ball because of the shutdown. And whether it's that situation or an injury, you got to, man, be thankful. But let me go back also to my point about him in the last game rebounded, and that carried over into the next game. You know, one of the reasons why we weren't as good to start the second half in our last game was because we didn't finish strong in the first half. Peters makes a walk-up three on us. He gets another great look. So finishing halves makes a difference because sometimes it can be fool's gold. So going back reviewing the film, that's why that part is important. Trying to teach a young team that those last 4 minutes in the first half are very important.
That was great. It was, like you said, it's been tough. Not scoring 10 points in the first, I guess, it'll be 8 games. So it was tough. But I mean, coaches and my teammates just been picking me up each and every single day. So that's helped with my confidence a lot.
What's been the key to kind of getting over that hump? I mean, that can be something that sticks in the back of your head. You talked about, some of the trainers were kind of giving you a hard time. Mm-hmm. What was the hardest part of kind of overcoming that?
Just sticking with it. It's easy just to fall into, dang, I can't get it right, so let me just next game. But just sticking with it and just putting in a lot more work than what I have been before.
What's the biggest difference you feel? Is it the legs or the endurance or?
I'd say both. Confidence is mainly the most thing. I think before I was watching the games, I wasn't really confident. What comes with that is just, like you said, confidence in my knee and then endurance as well. It's a big thing that I needed.
You talk about confidence. Obviously, it takes a lot of confidence to kind of put yourself out there and pursue the NBA like you did this off season. I guess where did that change? Was it the injury that kind of really set you back, or did it, where your confidence was shaken a little bit?
I'd say it was just a little shaky. You start off coming back from injury, you want to just show everyone, look, this is what I did, this is what I worked on all summer, and when shots aren't going in and things aren't going the right way, then you just kind of get a little down on yourself. But I think I'd handled it the right way, just trusting my teammates, trusting my coaches, and just having a good performance the other night.
How far away is this team from clicking to where, you guys wanted to click?
We got to get everybody healthy. I mean, it's hard to click when guys are out and injured, but hopefully Galin will be playing Tuesday. He helps our team a lot. But I mean, once everyone's healthy, and hopefully that's very soon, I think we'll be clicking very well.
Is it exciting to know that maybe you haven't reached your full potential yet, though?
Oh, for sure. Coach talking about it the other day. A lot of teams have already hit their potential, and us, I think he says we still have like 2 or 3 more levels we can reach. So, I mean, that's good news to hear because, I mean, we're still playing very, very good basketball, but the fact that we can get better is even better.
Have you been able to see much from Galin at practice? Avery kind of talked about he needs to see what he can do and move the sweat a little bit.
They don't really give us that information. We don't really watch Galin work out or whatever he's doing. So the trainer Clark doesn't tell us what's going on. So I mean, we'll ask him how he's feeling. He's just keeping his head up, trying to stay positive.
Because the last 2 games we've seen, there have been spurts where this team really kind of fired on all cylinders the first half without Galin. So infusing that score first kind of mentality in there, how do you think that will affect this team?
Oh, it'll be great. It just adds another scorer to the dimension. Galin, he's doing great this whole season, averaging 19, 20 points. So he's doing a great job this year. I think add another weapon on offense. So right now I think it's 4 or 5 weapons, right? And then when he gets back, it'll be 5 always. So it'll be great. Coaches always say just stay ready. You never know when your opportunity's going to be called. I mean, Galin went down, unfortunately, but guys were ready to step up. And that's what's so great about our team. We're really deep. We have a lot of guys who are ready to step up and make plays whenever the number is called.
Yeah, we've all just made sure we have laser focus when we're going into practice and making sure we're ready every time we practice and step onto the court. That's one of the main things we just made sure we've done.
Did you come in at all, it almost felt like with all the talk of Galin and John and even Herb, preseason, you and Alex were kind of maybe the forgotten of the freshman group. Y'all come in with a chip on your shoulder to kind of show that, hey, you belong too?
Well, we just always stay ready, always making sure we're working hard regardless of our situation or the position that we're in. Because anything can happen, you just always have to be ready regardless of the circumstances. Because injuries happen unexpectedly sometimes, and it could be anybody. So that's why we all just stay ready. It's not a thing where you become ready right when someone gets hurt. You just stay ready the entire time just in case something happens.
What kind of things do you do to stay prepared for a situation like that?
Probably just doing extra work, like extra running, probably working out on our own, things like that.
And some of that, as far as how he's coaching, what's been your experience?
Yeah, absolutely. We're some young guys, a lot of us, and he teaches us a lot of things, not just about basketball, but about life and about people, and he's just very inspiring when it comes to that.
Do you have an example of when maybe he's taken you to the side and helped you out in the same way?
Yeah, sometimes, it might be a thing where I'm struggling in school and it's becoming real overwhelming, and I'm able to just go and talk to him and ask him, how am I able to just settle down and be able to handle it all. So he really helped me with that.
We focus a lot about the on-court stuff, but yeah, I mean, you're a freshman coming in, unique situation. How has some of that been the adjustment off the court for you?
Yeah, it can be tough sometimes on your mind, and that's why it's good to have a coach like Coach Avery that you can go and talk to, he can help you and make you feel better with something like that.
To be such like a young team, how does that affect some of the goals you guys have set, some of the bigger wins that y'all have had so far?
Even though we're young, we just can't become complacent. That's one of the biggest things with us. We can't become complacent, and regardless of the big wins or the small wins, we all just have to be ready for every game.